concessions easily given appear of little value. How many of you, in the process of negotiating, make concessions? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? It's part of the process. And this is part of that discomforting piece, isn't it? You know, they want me to concede. I'm not comfortable conceding. Why should I concede? How do you make concessions? How do you make concessions?
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming. Let me ask you this. Why do you make a concession?
Because you're afraid you'll get to the end.
You're afraid you'll lose the job?
To get to the end.
Motivation.
To get to the end?
Motivation is.
Because you're getting something back.
Yeah. You know, it's all related. I mean, think about it. It's all related to you. Is it actually related to the customer? All these answers, every answer you gave me, is about you. Shouldn't the concession be related to something that you're dealing with on the customer side? I want you to, this is a concept I'd like you to take away with you. The concept is called principled concessions. Principled concessions. And the concept of principled concessions tells us that if you make a credible offer to begin with, and by the way, that's critical. In order for people to feel comfortable in doing business with you, your offer needs to be credible. I mean, how many people have had a service provider come into your home? No indictment of any service providers. I'm a service provider. Come in and make an offer that seemed to you outrageous, right? So if somebody makes an outrageous offer to you, what do you immediately think?
They don't want the job.
They don't want the job, or they're trying to rip you off, right? Either way, it's a credibility issue. Either way, right? So principled concessions are dependent on making credible offers, right? If I'm scoping up a job, this is the effort I'm going to put in. This is the value I think you're going to get out of it, right? This is the value that you are going to get out of it. And therefore, I price the job as such, right? I have to be able to rationalize my offer. That's a credible offer. You have a question?
What if the prices you give is a reasonable offer for the service you're providing, but the other person doesn't think so? I mean, there's perception.
You know, it's up to you.
I mean, one man's great price is another person's ripoff.
You know, do they have an alternative to providing the service? If they have an alternative, sometimes you have, one of the things in negotiations, you have to be willing to walk away from a deal. If it doesn't fit, and we're not going to talk about this, but if it doesn't fit something called your negotiation success range, your NSR, if it doesn't fit that range within which you think you can do the business, walk away. Sometimes people don't know enough to judge what a fair offer is, what a credible offer is. But if you make a credible offer, all of your concessions underneath it should be principled in nature.